Kusala Dharmas. According to Buddhism, Kusala karma means volitional action that is done in accordance with the Aryan Eightfold Noble Path. So, Kusala karma is not only in accordance with the right action, but it is also always in accordance with the right view, right understanding, right speech, right livelihood, right energy, right concentration, and right samadhi. Kusala karmas, or good deeds, will help a person control a lot of troubles arising from his mind. Inversely, if a person does evil deeds, he will receive bad results in this life and the next existence, which are suffering. Thus, wholesome deeds clean our mind and give happiness to oneself and others. Kusala means good, right, or wholesome. It is contrary to the unwholesome. An honest man, especially one who believes in Buddhist ideas of causality and lives a good life. There are two classes of people in this life: those who are inclined to quarrel and addicted to dispute, and those who are bent to living in harmony and happy in friendliness. The first class can be classified wicked, ignorant, and heedless folk. The second class comprised of good, wise, and heedful people. The Buddha has made a clear distinction between wickedness and goodness, and advises all his disciples not to do evil actions, to perform good ones, and to purify their own heart. He knows that it is easy to do evil action, to perform meritorious one far more difficult. But his disciples should know how to select in between evil and good, because wicked people will go to hell and undergo untold suffering, while good ones will go to heaven and enjoy peaceful bliss. Moreover, good one even from a far shrine, like the mountain of snow, with their meritorious actions, while bad ones are enveloped in darkness, like an arrow shot in the night. According to the connected discourses of the Buddha, chapter Ambapali, there are two starting points of wholesome states. First, virtue that is well purified, which includes basing upon virtue and establishing upon virtue. Second, view that is straight. According to the long discourses of the Buddha, there are three good, wholesome roots. For monks and nuns, there are the wholesome roots of non-greed, non-hatred, and non-delusion, no selfish desire, no ire, no stupidity. The wholesome roots of almsgiving, kindness, and wisdom, and the wholesome roots of good deeds, good words, good thoughts. Three good roots for all moral development: the wholesome root of no lust or selfish desire, the wholesome root of no ire or no hatred, and the wholesome root of no stupidity. For ordinary people, there are three wholesome roots: the wholesome root of almsgiving, the wholesome root of mercy, and the wholesome root of wisdom. There are also three good upward directions, or states of existence. The first path is the wholesome path. This is the highest class of goodness, rewarded with the Deva life. The second path is the path of human beings, the middle class of godness, with a return to human life. The third path is the path of Asuras, the inferior class of goodness, with the Asura state. According to the long discourses of the Buddha, Sanjiti Sutra, there are three kinds of wholesome element. First, the wholesome element of renunciation. Second, the wholesome element of non-enmity. Third, the wholesome element of non-cruelty. According to the long discourses of the Buddha, there are three kinds of right conduct: right conduct in body, right conduct in speech, and right conduct in thought. Three good deeds, the foundation of all development, include no lust, no selfish desire, no anger, and no stupidity, no ignorance. According to the Abhidharma, there are three doors of wholesome karma, pertaining to the sense sphere. First, bodily action pertaining to the door of the body: not to kill, not to steal, and not to commit sexual misconduct. Second, verbal action pertaining to the door of speech: not to have false speech, not to slander, not to speak harsh speech, and not to speak frivolous talk. Third, mental action pertaining to the door of the mind. Not to have covetousness, not to have ill will, and not to have wrong views. According to the long discourses of the Buddha, Sanjiti Sutra, there are 3 kinds of wholesome investigation. First, the wholesome investigation of renunciation. Second, the wholesome investigation of non-enmity. Third, the wholesome investigation of non-cruelty. According to the long discourses of the Buddha, Sanjiti Sutra, there are 3 kinds of wholesome perception. First, the wholesome perception of renunciation. Second, the wholesome perception of non-enmity. Third, the wholesome perception of non-cruelty. According to the Mahayana, there are 4 good roots, or sources from which spring good fruit, or development: Sarvakas, Pratyabuddhas, Bodhisattvas, and Buddhas. According to the Kosa sect, there are 4 good roots, or sources from which spring good fruit, or development: the level of heat, the level of the summit, the level of patience, and the level of being first in the world. According to the Surangama Sutra, Book 8, there are 4 good roots, or sources from which spring good fruit or development. The Buddha reminded Ananda as follows: Ananda, when these good men have completely purified these 41 minds, they further accomplish 4 kinds of wonderfully perfect additional practices. The first root is the level of heat. When the enlightenment of a Buddha is just about to become a function of his own mind, it is on the verge of emerging but has not yet emerged, and so it can be compared to the point just before wood ignites, when it is drilled to produce fire. Therefore, it is called the level of heat. The second root is the level of the summit. He continues on with his mind, treading where the Buddhas tread, as if relying and yet not. It is as if he were climbing a lofty mountain, to the point where his body is in space, but there remains a slight obstruction beneath him. Therefore it is called the level of the summit. The third root is the level of patience. When the mind and the Buddha are 2, and yet the same, he has well obtained the middle way. He is like someone who endures something, when it seems impossible, to either hold it in or let it out. Therefore it is called the level of patience. The fourth root is the level of being first in the world. When numbers are destroyed, there are no such designations as the middle way, or as confusion and enlightenment. This is called the level of being first in the world. According to the long discourses of the Buddha, Sanjiti Sutra, there are 8 right factors: right views, right thinking, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. In the Dharmapada Sutra, the Buddha taught, as a flower that is colorful and beautiful, but without scent, even so fruitless is the well-spoken words of one who does not practice it. As the flower that is colorful, beautiful, and full of scent, even so fruitful is the well-spoken words of one who practices it. As from a heap of flowers many a garland is made, even so many good deeds should be done by one born to the mortal lot. Do not associate with wicked friends. Do not associate with men of mean nature. Do associate with good friends. Do associate with men of noble nature. Let's hasten up to do good. Let's restrain our minds from evil thoughts. For the minds of those who are slow in doing good actions delight in evil. If a person commits evil, let him not do it again and again. He should not rejoice therein. Sorrow is the outcome of evil. If a person does a meritorious deed, he should do it habitually. He should find pleasures therein. Happiness is the outcome of merit. Being absent a long time, a man has returned home safe and sound. Relatives, friends, and acquaintances welcome him home. In the same way, good actions will welcome the well-doer, who has gone from this world to the next world, just as relatives welcome a dear one who has come back. Even the royal chariot well decorated becomes old. The body too will reach old age. Only the Dharma of the good ones does not decay. Thus the good people reveal to good people. Bad deeds are easy to do, but they are harmful, not beneficial to oneself. On the contrary, it is very difficult to do that which is beneficial and good for oneself. The foolish man, who slanders the teachings of the arhats, of the righteous and the noble ones, he follows false doctrine, ripens like the castor reed, only for its own destruction. By oneself the evil is done. By oneself one is defiled or purified. Purity or impurity depend on oneself. No one can purify another. Whosoever uses good deed to cover evil deed being done, such person outshines this world, like the moon free from the clouds. Not to do evil, to do good, and to purify one's mind. This is the teaching of the Buddhas. Even from afar the good ones shine, like the mountain of snow. The bad ones even here are not to be seen, like the arrows shot in the night. Better not to do evil deed. Afterward evil deed brings up torment. Better to perform good deed. Having done good deed there will be no torment. In the 42-section sutra, the Buddha taught. A Sramana asked the Buddha, "What is goodness? What is the foremost greatness?" The Buddha replied, "To practice the way, and to protect the truth is goodness. To unite your will with the way is greatness.